is Ashutosh sir, and you are watching this episode. That is the chat with Ajay. Today we are going to learn the English language with the Ajay sir. This is the Fulvio sir. Hello sir. Welcome to our channel. So now today we are going to talk about for the speaking for the beginners. So we will get the tip from the Fulvio sir. So, sir, nowadays you know that English is a universal language, right? But I have seen a problem in the lot of people because they want to love with English. They really want to love with English, but sometimes what happens is some people can't speak English. So, what do you think about for them?
First, I want to tell you, Ashutosh sir, that English it's an universal language. It's not the problem. But I don't think that English is a very hard language. It is very easy to learn.
Yeah.
And it is also very easy to speak. But there are some tips. Or if anyone has a way to learn English, most of the time what happens that students or the people who are thinking about that, they know that person is a very fluent. But until and unless we are doing something, some hard work, it is not possible to anyone else. So I think it's very easy for learn and to speak.
Means that practice makes man perfect.
Practice makes man perfect. But Ashutosh sir, you know that practice makes man perfect. It's really good. But if you are doing the practice in any manner, so it's not possible, no? So I think that exact practice, that's important. Exact practice makes man perfect.
Can you give me the tips to our viewers and our subscribers for it?
Why not? First thing I want to tell you that about English language, its background or any language, how we are learning that language. You are also from Marathi speaker, Hindi speaker also. So can you tell me that you learn that language, you study that language?
No. Why I want to study that? Because I know that it's my mother language.
Your mother tongue, na?
Yeah.
Your mother tongue. So no one can teach you.
Yeah.
No one teach you that language. Okay. So like that, and you learn that language because of your surrounding. Okay. So the surrounding is very important. Here the surrounding is now listening. There is one of the skill of the language. Every language can be learned from the surrounding and listening more and more that words. Okay. So how much you can listen, that is important.
Yeah.
And so that the listening is the first skill or basic skill to learn any language. Because I want to tell you an example. When you are a kid or you have seen a lot of kids around you that just so I thought, sir, what's happened when a small kid is there, that's 3 or 2 years old, so that kid is also speaking his or her mother tongue.
Yeah, definitely.
Now that kid has a knowledge of language.
No, because he just
पता होता है कि नहीं, इसे हम ये कहते हैं, उसे वो कहते हैं, इसे ऐसे बोलना है, उसे वैसे बोलना है. नो, क्या करता है वो लैंग्वेज कैसे सीखता है? लैंग्वेज सीखता है सिर्फ इमिटेशन करके, जिसे हम कॉपी कहते हैं. हम जो बोलते हैं बच्चा वही दोहराता है, और जब वो वही दोहराता है तो वो जो भी लैंग्वेज सुनता है वही लैंग्वेज को वो सीख जाता है. दैट इज अ वेरी बेसिक. ओके. सो क्या होता है कि इसमें अगर एक बच्चा 2 या 3 साल में पूरी लैंग्वेज बोलना सीख जाता है, बोलना, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द राइटिंग, आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट स्पीकिंग, only because of the listening. So first important skill is listening and the second is speaking. So जितना हम सुनेंगे, how much we can listen, we can speak fluently. So the basic is first listen and then speak. So it's a good example that every kid who can speak any language, so they are only observer. वो observe करते हैं, उसके बाद में वो बहुत ज्यादा सुनते हैं, उससे क्या repeat करते हैं. So repetition is the basic for them. So I think if every student or every person who try to imitate anything, that skills or more and more they can listen, so they can speak easily.
So दर्शकों, आपने देखा है कि जो भी है हमारी लिसनिंग एबिलिटी बढ़नी चाहिए, तो हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा सीख सकते हैं. जैसे कि हमारे सर ने अभी बताया कि मदर टंग जो है हमें सीखने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, अपने आप आते वैसे इंग्लिश भी आप सीख सकते हो. तो सर एक्चुअली कैन यू टेल मी अबाउट where I have listened that you are also from the Marathi medium school, and what is the journey of English speaking from you?
Sir, if you are asking me then, so it is something difficult because now just the rural areas or from the beside of my family, no one is a learner or a scholar.
Yeah.
So they are just third and fourth standard passed. Okay, with my parents. So no one are there who can guide me for that. Now what's happened? Ultimately, when I am taking the education up to the graduation, but then I am just taking the education, but I am not a scholar that time. So what is the need of today? I don't know about it properly. But when I turn to myself to the post graduation, that I have thought about that. No, English is a very important thing, a language for the official language or any other. So it has a lot of importance. So I think that no, I have to build myself for English, and then I tried. But in the first stage, I copied. Copied means we can say by heart. But I didn't success at that time because I learned a lot by heart. But at the time of examination, I forgot all the things, and so it's my problem. So I can't manage myself with the by hearts, that method. And after that, sometimes I failed also. Then I think that no, why should I do that thing? So I try to learn myself, whatever it may be, and I try to write it in my own words, in my own language, in simple language, though there are so many mistakes, but I try to say it. But nowadays you can see me.
But when you have feel that you have to speak English means English is a very important language. What is the journey of you? That we have to know it. Because हमारे दर्शक देखना चाहते हैं कि वो भी कुछ सीख सके.
जर्नी के बारे में कहा गया so I frankly told you that I was failed in 12th standard and in English subject. Okay, no one can imagine that, but it's a reality. Then when I was in graduation, so that time I also failed 2 times. Means not failed, but there are some subjects are back like English, English literature. In first year.
The main subject आपने बैक रखा है.
बैक रखा है. तो सर बैक रखना क्या है कि
बैक रह गया.
मैंने जिससे आपसे कहा है कि बाय हार्ट मेथड जो हम करते हैं या मोस्टली द स्टूडेंट्स आर फॉलो दिस मेथड, खूब बहुत रट लेना रटना, तो मैं भी वैसे ही करता था बिकॉज इंग्लिश इज नॉट दैट आई लाइक मोस्ट. तो रटना दैट इज द कॉमन थिंग इन इंडिया. सो रट्टा मार के जाना, जब एग्जाम का टेंशन होता था तो उसको पूरा भूल जाते थे. सो ऐसे करके मैंने 2 साल तो निकाल दिए. बट उसमें क्या हुआ सर कि 2 साल मैंने बैक तो रखा है, बट व्हेन आई रियलाइज इट दिस इज नॉट द मेथड फॉर मी. सो आफ्टर दैट आई लेफ्ट दैट मेथड एंड ट्राई टू लर्न बाय माई सेल्फ एंड ट्राई टू राइट इन माई ओन लैंग्वेज. सो लाइक दिस आई लर्न द इंग्लिश एंड I haven't any problem that time when I try to write in my own language. So it is very easy for learning a language. And after that, I didn't see at my back. And after that, I have completed my graduation, post-graduation. Even the post-graduation I have completed within the 2 years. So mostly it is not possible for the teachers. They try to give the papers, two papers in one examination. So mostly they are taking, they take that at least 3 to 4 years for completing their PG in MA English. Okay, and so that, but I have completed it within the 2 years because I followed the method that just read and try to present it in my own language. So I haven't that problem.
So actually, sir, whatever you have said to me that your journey has started and you fell in the particular English subject and now you are the one speaker in English. But we know that you are the principal of the Little Angel School. So now you have a lot of the responsibilities. You are now also the responsible person, responsibility person of the school, of the family of the school. ये सब चीजें कि आप मतलब एक अलग पर्सन हो फिलहाल. तो मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ कि मतलब हमारी जो लाइफ होती है, जैसा हिंदी लैंग्वेज होगी, मराठी लैंग्वेज होगी, जो हमारे इंडिया में मराठी लैंग्वेज और मराठी बोले तो महाराष्ट्र में सिर्फ मराठी. जनरली हिंदी लैंग्वेज जो मेन लैंग्वेज अभी फिलहाल नेशनल लैंग्वेज दी गई है. बट देन ऑल्सो आई हैव सीन द लॉट ऑफ पीपल कि देयर इज समथिंग इंग्लिश इज इम्पोर्टेंट इन आवर लाइफ. Means in our official languages also all the work should be in the English formality. Means actually the city persons, means the urban areas people can also manage all things. But I have seen that about the farmers' kids. So they are going to the convent school, but some convent school are just name of convent school because they also don't know the English. What is the reason
You
behind
want
it?
to say that there are rural students and urban students. So there are the convents in the rural area, but the schools are only represent, but they are not providing the facility to speak in English. Means they are the backward students. They are not able to speak English, though they are the students of the convent school. So, sir, that's we can say like that because this is not the situation only in the rural area, but it is also the situation in the urban area.
Okay.
In the city area. It depends on the methods, it depends on the psychology, it depends on the thinking of that school, teachers, and the parents also. Because only the one thing is not responsible for that. If the school want to create the student who can speak English, so they can. But the teachers are the main factors there. So, as I told you, more and more listening can be a product of the well speaker. So, the basic is, हम बच्चों को कितना इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं बच्चों के साथ, हम क्लासरूम में कितना इंग्लिश बोलते हैं, हम प्रीमाइसेस में कितना इंग्लिश बोलते हैं, हम ऑफिस में कितना इंग्लिश बोलते हैं. So, when we start to speak in English in every corner of the school, so students listen more and more English words, more and more sentences of English, and when they listen, so their listening ability will be developed. And I told you that kids observe and try to repeat sentences. So what's happened when they try to repeat the same sentences, that time they try to speak also. So ultimately they understand and ultimately they try to speak. So 1 year you can change that atmosphere of English. So after that it is possible all the students try to speak in English. Okay, it's not compulsory, but we have to change the atmosphere only. If we change the atmosphere, so it is very easy.
Okay, that's actually generally that is also depend on the teachers. When we will speak, means that is the surrounding. Means listening ability, that is depend on only the listening ability.
Yeah.
So more they will listen, the more they will learn. Right. So, but then also, if some person want to speak English, so how can you give us some tips for that for the beginners?
For the beginners or who try to speak in English, I want to tell you that a very simple exercise that you can do at your home. There is no need of anyone else. In simple, and within a month, that kid or that student is able to speak in English. Anyone. There are some tips. So first tip, that is when you are at home, that time try to read English words. Now for reading we can use the newspaper, any textbook, at least 10 minutes daily. At least 10 minutes daily. You have to read anything, any matter in English only and aloud. Read it aloud. आपको थोड़ा जोर से जैसे दूसरों को सुनाई दी जाए ऐसे लैंग्वेज में बोलना है. Now this reading skill is important because your tongue, which is not habituated with a particular language or foreign language or English language, so जो आपकी टंग को एक आदत हो जाएगी रीडिंग से. And most of the time we are stopped. We cannot remember the words because our tongue and our mind is not habituated to use the English words. So जब रीडिंग आप करोगे तो रीडिंग में क्या होता है कि आपको आपके टंग को और आपके माइंड को एक आदत हो जाती है इंग्लिश वर्ड्स बोलने की. मीन्स योर टंग विल बी ट्विस्टेड टू स्पीक दोज वर्ड्स. ओके, सो डेली यू हैव टू रीड द इंग्लिश टेक्स्ट aloud is the first tips. Second tips, that's second problem, that is mostly we are stopped that the particular words we can't remember or remind while speaking the sentences.
Yeah.
That is the way vocabulary we can say.
Yeah.
Okay, So words they cannot remember. So it's a very easy way to remember the words. I'm not telling you that just you have to by heart those words. There is no need of the by heart. Automatically those words comes in your mouth. But for the practice. So how we can do the practice? The practice is very simple. Every day, means for a week, first day you try to draw the 5 words. How many? 5 words. Write its meaning in English. Okay. The second day, you have to at least draw the 10 words. Okay. When the 10 words are there, so that time the same procedure is there. But earlier 5 words and today's 10 words, you have to read again.
Means total 15 words.
15 words. After the third day, again you can write down the 15 words. Okay. 15 words, and that when you write down the 15 words, just read it. But the condition is early 15 words also read. Means 30 words. Okay. Means every day like this, you have to add the 5 words.
Yeah.
Okay. Means 15 to again 20. But the earlier 30. So पीछे के आपको जितने भी वर्ड्स निकलते उसे पढ़ना है, रीड करना है. आपको लर्न नहीं करना है, बाहर नहीं करना है. आपको सिर्फ क्या करना है? पढ़ना है डेली. इट इज कॉल्ड रिपीटेशन.
यस.
और जब हम रिपीटेशन करते हैं तो ऑटोमेटिकली जो वर्ड्स होते हैं वो हमारे दिमाग में बैठ जाते हैं. ओके. सो ऐसा आपको 1 हफ्ता करना है. ठीक है. 1 हफ्ते में आपके जितने भी वर्ड्स होते हैं वो आपने पूरे पढ़ लिए. यानी हर वर्ड्स को आपने 7 या 8 बार रिपीट किया है डेली. अभी क्या होगा कि नेक्स्ट वीक जैसा आएगा तो आपको फिर से 5 से शुरू करना है. फिर से 5, 10, 15. हाँ. बट द सेम टाइम यू हैव टू रीड द अर्लियर वर्ड्स आल्सो. ओके. ठीक है. तो इससे क्या होगा कि हम हर वर्ड्स को रिपीट करते हैं, पढ़ते हैं, कंटिन्यूसली पढ़ते हैं, रोज पढ़ते हैं. तो आपको उसमें से अगर एक एवरेज पकड़ा जाए तो आपको 50% भी वर्ड्स अगर आपके दिमाग में बैठ जाते हैं, सो यू कैन, आई थिंक इन अ वीक यू कैन कंट्रीब्यूट मोर देन 130 words. Okay. So 130 words is not. So within a month you have more than 500 words. So 500 words में से अगर आपको 50% भी याद रहते हैं, so you have a lot of vocabulary in your hand, so that can be utilized in speaking English. So this is one of the tips, and you can do at your home very easily.
Yes.
Without any. Third tips, that is you know that hesitation.
Yes.
It's a very important. Very important. It's hesitation. नो हेजिटेशन क्या होता है कि डर लगना कि मैं क्या बोलूं, मैं रॉन्ग तो नहीं हूं. पर इसके लिए मैं आपको एक बात बताता हूं कि कोई भी चीज अगर सीखना है, कोई भी लैंग्वेज सीखना है, तो जब तक हम मिस्टेक्स नहीं करेंगे तब तक हम सीख नहीं सकते हो. नो वन इज परफेक्ट विदाउट अ मिस्टेक.
यस.
ओके. सो डू द मिस्टेक. व्हाट इज माय थियरी? डू द मिस्टेक. जितने आप मिस्टेक करना चाहो उतनी करो, कोई आपको बोलने वाला नहीं है. क्योंकि जितनी मिस्टेक्स करोगे उतना आप सीखोगे. अगर हम डरते हैं, वी आर हेजिटेट दैट वी आर कमिटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ मिस्टेक, सो वी कांट लर्न एनीथिंग. सो द थियरी इज डू द मिस्टेक. जितने आप मिस्टेक करना चाहो उतना, क्योंकि अर्लियर और इन द बिगिनिंग और एट द वेरी आउटसेट वी आर डूइंग अ लॉट ऑफ मिस्टेक एंड वी हैव टू डू इट. क्योंकि हम अगर मिस्टेक करेंगे नहीं तो हम सीख नहीं सकते. आपने देखा होगा कोई भी एक स्किल वर्कर जो है, जो अपना काम बहुत अच्छी तरीके से करता है, तो उसे बहुत सी मिस्टेक करना होता है. मिस्टेक करके वो सीखा होता है, क्योंकि मिस्टेक से सीखा जाता है. तो व्हाट मैं डू द मिस्टेक. तो आप जब भी कुछ करना चाहो तो जितनी मिस्टेक्स होती करो, फिर उस पर एक बार रिकैपिटुलेट करो, पढ़ो उसे कि नहीं मैंने कहा भी मिस्टेक्स की है, मिस्टेक्स फाइंड आउट करो, फिर आप करें तो आपको करेक्शन याद रहेगा कि मैंने ये मिस्टेक की थी उसमें. सो ऑटोमेटिकली योर मिस्टेक्स विल बी करेक्टेड. But for the hesitation, there is one of the exercise that eye contact. More the time we are having the stage daring. So mirror exercise. It's a very simple that every home has a mirror. Okay. So just stand before the mirror, look at in the mirror to yourself, and read anything. जो भी मिरर के सामने हमको क्या करना है? पढ़ना है. Sometimes you can read, sometimes you can speak with yourself. No, what's happened? First day you can laugh at you. Your parents or your brothers, your friends laugh at you. So it's not the problem. Don't think about them. Try to read. क्या कर रहा है? आईने के सामने क्या कर रहा है? ऐसे बोल सकते हैं, हंस सकते हैं. आपको सुन के हंसे की तरफ ध्यान मत दो, आप बोलो. बिकॉज एक दिन हंसेगी, 2 दिन हंसेगी, 3 दिन हंसेगी, उसके बाद में उन्हें पता है कि ये सिर्फ एक्सरसाइज कर रहा है, तो वो हंसना आपको बंद कर देंगे. बंद कर देंगे इसका मतलब क्या होता है? अगर कंटिन्यू करते हो तो आप में एक डेयरिंग आ रही है। अगर आप वो हंस रहे हैं वो हम बंद कर देते हैं, सो यू आर नॉट इंप्रूविंग योरसेल्फ, आप में डेयरिंग नहीं आएगी। ओके, सो मिरर एक्सरसाइज इट मींस फर्स्ट इट कैन बी इंप्रूव योर आई कॉन्टेक्ट, it can manage your mind that you are standing before the mob, you are standing before the people, you are standing before the others. Automatically your mind thinking like that. जब आपको ये पता होता है कि नहीं मैं तो आईने के सामने हूं, but actually when you are speaking after a month, that time your mind won't be hesitate because it is managed with that exercise and it represent like he is standing before the mob and your mind will be support you to speak anything before them. सो इससे क्या होता है कि आपका हेजिटेशन जो है रिमूव होगा, पर ये रिमूव 1 या 2 दिन में नहीं होगा, कंटिन्यू आपको 1 महीना, कम से कम 1 महीना मिरर के सामने वो एक्सरसाइज करना है। सो मिरर्स एक्सरसाइज दैट इज वेरी इसेंशियल फॉर रिमूविंग द हेजिटेशन। ओके, सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। सो मैं आपको यही बोलना चाहूंगा कि फर्स्ट जितना आप पढ़ सकते हो रीडिंग, सेकंड थिंग वोकैबुलरी, सो एवरी डे यू हैव टू कंट्रीब्यूट सम वर्ड्स, देन थर्ड थिंग दैट इज मिरर एक्सरसाइज। ओके, and fourth thing that I want to share with you, for that whatever you think about yourself, whatever you think about anything, आप इसके बारे में क्या सोचते हो वो आप एक कागज पे लिखा करो, चाहे वो गलत हो या सही हो, इन इंग्लिश यू कैन राइट डाउन एनीथिंग, जो भी आप सब कोई आपने इमेजिनेशन कर लिया, कोई स्टोरी अगर इमेजिन कर ली तो सोचो कि हम इंग्लिश में कैसे लिख सकते हैं। ओके, तो चाहे वो गलत हो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, 1 महीना आप गलत लिखोगे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, पर 1 महीना लिखता ही नहीं आदमी, ज्यादा से ज्यादा 8 दिन लिखता है, 8 दिन के बाद में ऑटोमेटिक आपकी जो मिस्टेक्स है वो करेक्ट होना शुरू हो जाती है। एज आई टोल्ड यू, डू द मिस्टेक एंड ऑटोमेटिकली योर मिस्टेक्स विल बी करेक्टेड। वो कोई नहीं करेगा, खुद आप करोगे, क्योंकि जब हम खुद को उसमें इन्वॉल्व कर देते हैं तो हमारा माइंड, हमारा सेंस हमें अवेयर करता है कि नहीं हमने ये मिस्टेक्स किए तो हमें ये करेक्ट करना है। ओके, सो वी हैव टू लर्न द लैंग्वेज नेचुरली। ये जो मैंने जो आपको भी ये 4 जो मेथड्स बताए और जो प्रैक्टिस के लिए टिप्स बताए, तो ये नेचुरली, सो यू आर एबल टू स्पीक,
देयर इज नो नीड टू लर्न,
देयर इज नो नीड टू लर्न। या in order to know you have to learn these 2 sentences and then you have to speak. No sir, it's not there is a learning, just you repeat it continuously, read those texts, your tongue will be habituate, your mind will be habituate, your eye contact will be improved, so your stating will be improved, and when your stating will be improved, so you are not hesitate anymore and you can present your sentences in English, though that is wrong or correct, it's not the matter, but you are trying to speak before the others.
Yeah.
And when this hesitation will be removed, so you are the well speaker, because once you know your ability, what you can do, so after that you try more, क्योंकि जब हमें पता चलता है कि मैं कर सकता हूँ, आई कैन डू इट, सो उसके लिए और ज्यादा ट्राई करते हैं, और ज्यादा प्रयत्न करते हैं। तो उससे क्या होता है कि हमारी एक आत्मशक्ति बढ़ जाती है, और एक बार अगर आत्मशक्ति बढ़ जाती है सो नो वन कैन स्टॉप अस। यस, सो these are the 4 tips to the students, and so they can utilize these tips at their home and they will be the good speaker of English. So again there are so many tips that I will share with you, but किसी की एक बार अगर पूरा बता दे तो बच्चे नहीं करते हैं। हाँ, and that's why these are only the few tips that I want to share with you. And और दर्शकों से मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा कि अगर आप अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाना चाहते हो या ऐसा लगता है आपको कि उन्होंने भी इंग्लिश बोलना चाहिए, या आपको लगता है कि आपने भी अच्छी इंग्लिश बोलना चाहिए, सो जस्ट फॉलो दिस 4 टिप्स, रीडिंग, देन ट्राई टू contribute the vocabulary, collect the more words and continuously repeat it, then mirror exercise you can do that at your home very easily, and 4th thing that write anything, take any subject, take anything and then try to write in English at least 20 lines, so that it will be habituate for your writing and it will improve your imagination. So imagination is very important while speaking. So this exercise I will give you in detail in the next video. So आप अगर इतना भी करते हो, so I confidently told you, if you are doing that exercise continuously, so within a month you are able to speak in English. Okay guys?
Okay, so आज हमने बहुत सारी टिप्स जानी है, फुल से आगे भी हम जानते रहेंगे। सो आगे की वीडियो के लिए प्लीज हमें सब्सक्राइब करें, लाइक करें, शेयर करें और बहुत से बहुत ही कम समय में आप इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छी तरह सीख सकते हैं. So I hope you will follow our tips from the Fulgari sir, and we will again come with our next episode with the same guy, that is the Fulgari sir. So thank you so much, Fulgari sir.
Thank you, Ashutosh sir.